So we want to pull the spark plug. That spark plug didn't have any anti-seize. Something we're going to show you in a minute. And this is an absolute great example of how messed up a spark plug can be. It is one big gloppy mess of carbon and burnt oil. Here you go. I'm going to hand it around and take a quick look at it.
Pretty bad. That was a new one too. It got that fast.
Yeah, we're going to put a feeler gauge. Two ways. If we had fresh spark plugs, we'd put plugs in it right now.
We have one.
To fit this.
I don't.
Let's just go ahead and clean this for the moment. You can take your pocket knife or any fine tool and get down inside the spark plug and clean out the carbon. And when you get the carbon cleaned, the sandpaper, you want to take sandpaper and run it between the top electrode and the center electrode. That's the area that the spark is actually formed when the engine's running. And I'm going to have to clean that a little bit more. That was cooked in very, very hard. So we break out the good old wire brush. And where did we put the feeler gauges? Did I put them in my pocket?
No, they're right there. David, right by the
Okay.
paper towel.
And because the engine has run a while, the center electrode could have worn down some. So what we're going to do is, this mower does not have the designation of how the gap is supposed to be. So we'll pick out 2 feeler gauges totaling to 32 thousandths of an inch. And they're about 30 thousandths. Let's see. Because we don't know what it is, we're just going to go with a basic 30 thousandths, 32 thousandths gap. So I've got to open it up just a hair. See a grown man cry if he breaks a $70 knife. And it fits right in. So we got our clearance right. If it's a little too loose, you just tap it down, the center electrode down like the handle of a screwdriver. But we're going to go ahead and show this since we've got it handy right now, is you take a little bit of anti-seize because you've got a steel spark plug and you're screwing it into an aluminum engine with electricity going on it. You can have galvanic corrosion, which basically rusts the plug in, and y'all saw how hard it was to take it out a minute ago. So we just put just a little bit of anti-seize on the threads. You only have to really put it in one location because as you thread it in, it's going to spread itself around. But for the meantime, we're going to leave this off. Before you clean anything up, we're going to take some hand towel and we're going to stick it down in any way debris can get into the engine. So we're going to plug up the spark plug hole and thread it in a little bit, and we plug up the intake, and now we just use compressed air and blow everything off. And we have a spark plug, but it's not exactly the same reach, the depth from here to here. This is a Y series, and that's just a standard CJ8. So we're going to use the old plug, and let's hope it runs.
Alright, so we're going to put the spark plug back in. Start threading it by hand. attach it back?
No, leave that off. Go ahead and put your air filter back on. Yes, we need to put it on the ground.
Jack back on the spark plug.
Put the spark plug wire back on, and let's do the honors. Well, I'm going to hit the priming bulb a couple of times.
Now this doesn't have much tension there.
Yeah, I think it's been rigged.
There you go.